And I'm Matt.
And we're Total Mailcall.
And today we will be reviewing our Total Mailcall for the month of July.
Was that month?
Yeah, this month is August. Last month was July.
Yeah, we're a bit behind. We apologise. We've had internet issues. I've been ill.
Yeah, our internet was down all of last week when we intended to record this video, so instead of recording it, we just didn't do it. We'll be comparing and contrasting the various boxes we've got this month, which are Nerd Block, My Geek Box, Loot Crate, One Up Box and Arcade Block. And we'll be using our unique system to rate them, the VAX system. Yeah, I like Fallout a lot more than Sophie does, and I got to design the system because I'm the mathematician. We'll be reviewing them on, obviously, 4 points. Value, awesomeness, content, and service. The value system will be worked out on a 0 to 9 scale because that's how the math works. 9 will be a box that's 3 times the value we paid for it. So that's a really good value box. Obviously that makes 6 double the value and 3 exactly the value we paid for it. So anything less than 3 and it's the rip-off. So without further ado, I think we should crack on with our Nerd Block. What did you think of Nerd Block this month?
Well, for a start, that was the most you've ever said in a video and the longest I've been quiet, so well done.
Yep.
Nerd Block. Let me look at the pictures. I'm not wearing my glasses. I should do. I'm not going to. Yeah, I really enjoyed the Nerd Block. The t-shirt was pretty good, but you got the t-shirt, so I'm a bit jealous. The wallet, you got the Ghostbusters wallet. Do really like that. The Spike Titan vinyl, pretty good. The Little Iron Man Funko Pop keychain, always a winner. And the Mad Max Fury Road, which I wanted to read first.
Yeah, but I read first. It's a really good comic. The artwork's really nice. It really plays on the Mad Max themes and draws from the sort of Mad Max history with the films with Mel Gibson. Nice setup for the new movie, which we've yet to see. The wallet is actually doing fairly well. I've been using it since we got it, and it's held up alright, surprisingly, considering it's made of plastic-y kind of paper stuff. It's already starting to show a few scratches on the design. I'm not sure it'll hold up to 6 months or a year worth of use. The last wallet I bought, I think I've had for 6-7 years, so it probably won't last that long. But it's a nice design and a nice thing to have, I suppose.
On the note of Mad Max, have you seen any of the original films?
Yes.
Thank God for that. You've not even seen Braveheart.
I'm not a fan of Braveheart. I'm not interested
You wouldn't
in watching,
know, you've not seen it.
In watching Mel Gibson run around in a kilt. I really like the t-shirt. There's a couple of... Whatever. As a couple of people have pointed out, it is a sort of mashup of Karate Kid and Cobra Commander from G.I. Joe. That made me like the t-shirt a lot more when I realised that, and they pointed that out, so thanks guys. Because I really like Karate Kid, the original film, none of the others. Just the original film, Karate Kid. And not much of a fan of G.I. Joe. I always had Action Man. So, what did we actually think of the box?
What do you mean by that?
Well, what's going to be our awesomeness rating? What's our personal opinion of this box?
Each?
If you want.
Yeah, and then we'll do the actual ones at the end. Fair enough. I give it a solid 8.
One thing we haven't mentioned is the little Transformers minifigure, which is a real throwaway item, kind of hanger thing, which brought it down a bit for me because I didn't really like that. It was a bit kind of squidgy and plasticky, and the box would have actually been better had they left that item out. So I give it a 7.
I know you're trying to go for value for money, guys. Keep it out of there. Keep that crap at home.
Yeah.
We don't need it.
I appreciate the fact that Nerd Block tends to be, or in the past has certainly been, big items and no filler.
Although, if you do get filler, it's usually something pretty good.
Yeah.
Like this.
I wouldn't have called that filler.
It came with a bookmark as well, but that was their filler item for the month. I mean, you got a bookmark and a pen.
Yeah.
Airball. What more do you need? Maybe sorry, but...
So our combined rating for the month, because we're not allowed half-point scores, is an 8. We really enjoyed this box, but now we get to rate it for the quality of what was in the box, not our personal opinion. We wanted to try and do something really impartial, so we came up with this content rating, which is the C in VAX, where we just rate what we think the quality of the content was. And for that, we gave it a solid 7.
Yeah.
We like the Titan vinyl. It's a good figure. It's nicely cast. The T-shirt, as always, is decent quality, although it's only a 2-colour print. Not like, for instance, One Up Box, who went for a multicolour print, which is a bit more expensive. Yeah, the content overall, the comic is nice. Everything in the box is decent quality. It's either official merchandise or it's a good brand like Titan or Funko.
Yeah, I mean, a Titan vinyl and a Funko in little Funko Pop in the same box is good enough, but the official Ghostbusters wallet, that was pretty good. Again, you said the comic, still need to read it. But yeah, I mean, everything in it was really good except the tiny Transformer. If you'd have knocked that out, it'd have been much better.
Again, that brought the rating down a bit because it just reduces the quality overall of the content. I
mean, it was official, but like as a keyring, as I said in our previous video, that thing will not last long because it's all just been squidgy.
No, it's just a pointless little figure thing. The one you're all waiting for, which we're doing in some kind of reverse order for some reason, is the value score, which it got an 8. It got a really good score. It's worth nearly 3 times. It's worth 2 2/3 the amount that we paid for it. So we're really happy. As always, Nerd Block delivers. When it comes to the amount of money you get in a box, Nerd Block always pays better than almost anything else.
If you want to know exactly what it all came to, watch our other video. Everything's in there. We're not going to sit here and go through absolutely everything, how much it's worth, because this video would take absolutely ages.
Yeah.
So, moving on.
Yeah. Well, we're missing one. We haven't said what we thought of the service we've been delivered by the box this month. We haven't really had much contact with Nerd Block, and if we have done, it was me. In the past, I had to cancel, and it took a little bit of doing. We had to do it via email. They have changed that recently. The couple of communications I have had with Nerd Block about stuff to do with the channel and trying to promote our videos, they've always been polite and courteous, but rather to the point and short with me. So I think we're going to give them a 6 this month for service. The service itself is good. They always deliver on time. They always give you a nice tracking number, although the last 2 months we haven't had an email with it in like we normally would. And all that goes together to give them a 6 for service. So we give them 8 for value, 8 for awesomeness, 7 for content, and 6 for service.
But you can go on their website and pull your tracking information off yourself, which is fairly easy to do, so it's not like other boxes, which we'll get onto later. So,
yeah, next up is my Geek Box. I think we should start in the right order this time.
Yeah, we should.
I'm going to go and begin with the value score. It got 7, slightly less than the Nerd Block, which means it's 2 1/3 times what we paid for it. It's a decent score. I think if you get anything less than twice what you paid for it in a box, you're doing fairly badly. They do get good money out of things like T-shirts and bulk buying official merchandise, so they should at least be able to deliver double what you pay.
Or old merchandise that nobody wanted and they're just trying to get rid of.
Yeah, X-stock, as we like to call it.
Or, just what it's called.
Yeah. There was decent stuff in my Geek Box this month, I think.
I'll start with this. I'm not going to go for the T-shirt first. I'll let you talk about that. We got a lovely Cast Davros figure. So, yeah, I'm really pleased with that. Excuse me. Sorry. Sure.
Yeah. The Cast Davros figure is a nice figure. I don't personally like it very much. It's well cast. It's reasonably well painted. It's just not my kind of thing. We got a coaster. Not a set of coasters. Not 2 coasters. A coaster. Anybody who has ever had drinks on a coaster knows there will usually be a couple of people in the room, and you quite like a set. So getting a single coaster meant that I then had to go out and buy a second one to at least have 2 for the 2 of us in this room.
Because we're a stickler.
Yeah. we like to have a set of things. The T-shirt is okay. It's not really my kind of thing. I quite liked the Resident Evil idea. I never really got into the games. The films were okay. The T-shirt itself is one of the cheaper Gildan cotton T-shirts, so it's a bit rough in texture. The print's very, very simple. It's a 2-colour print. None of the colours cross over. There's no shading. It's just red slashes on a black, with a black logo for the Nemesis project. So fairly simple stuff. It's not an expensive design either.
Does get you some great looks going around Tesco's. I don't know if you noticed the other day.
No, I didn't.
There were a few horrified people, a few quite interested kids. One bloke ran off looking like he was going to be sick. We apologise to you. And one old woman who stuck her hand over her mouth, gasped, and then looked like she was about to pass out into the Yankee Candles, which I thought was fantastic.
Maybe the T-shirt's better than I gave it credit for.
Yeah.
Probably I won't wear it to Tesco's again, though. I might get kicked out.
No, you should.
Yeah.
That's like the best trip to Tesco's we've ever had.
The Transformers mug is a desperate item. It's a random shape. I'm not sure how anybody who's left-handed will ever drink out of it, sadly.
And considering the box theme was it Nemesis?
Yeah.
It's a goddamn Autobot mug. At least give me a Decepticon.
Yeah.
I am a Decepticon girl, and I am trapped with this mug.
Yeah, it's not really a Nemesis. Like, we got the Skynet card holder, kind of Nemesis-y. Not really a Nemesis, not like, you know...
Davros.
Yeah, Davros is a Nemesis. Project Nemesis, it's in the name. The Los Palos Hermanos notebook, I don't think they did very well with that. It's a nice item.
It's a really, really good notebook, good quality paper, nice hardback. Sometimes you get this kind of merchandise where they throw out notebooks and things and the branding on it's poor or just the book itself is a bit shoddy. Not the case here, so really did do well for that one. I really do like this book. I've just not used it yet.
But
hard paper.
As far as it goes with the theme, I don't get it. I've not watched all of Breaking Bad yet, so maybe I'm missing something. But I don't get why it's a Nemesis item. If it's an important location in this series, that makes sense, kind of. But
just let's get there.
Okay.
Let's get there.
So, what did we give it for our personal rating, the awesomeness score?
I gave it like a 6. A very shaky 6, just because of the mug. I mean, it's an okay mug, don't get me wrong, it's a goddamn Autobot.
Yeah, I agree with that. It's a reasonably low 6. It will probably be a 5.5 for me if we were allowed to give half-point ratings.
But since we're not,
it's a 6.
Yep.
It's not a very solid 6, but that's what it is. For the value and quality and the content, really, the level of what we got in it, it's a 6 again for me.
Yeah.
It's a mug. Mugs are cheap. It's a cheap T-shirt printed on cheap cotton. It's a cheap coaster. I bought one from somebody who bought my Geek Box for $2.50.
That was posted as well.
Yeah, posted, and they're the same on Amazon. The Davros figure is probably the only item of any reasonable weight in that box. And the reason it got such a high score on the value is because I valued the T-shirt at what you would have to pay to go out and get a similar T-shirt from a reasonably good, reputable retailer, not what it would actually cost to print like some other people do.
Excuse me.
We originally gave my Geek Box a 7 for service, but we were debating whether we should include what we've heard about the service or our own personal views on it or what we've experienced, and we've gone for what we experienced.
Yeah. Hearsay is, it's great to warn you if you're thinking of signing up to something. We're not going to look at that. We are literally going to go based on our own personal experience of these things. So if you've had stuff left in a bucket, that doesn't impact on us. It's just us.
The thing is, if we start going on what everybody says in all the groups we're in, there are 10 times more complainers than there are sort of lovers of boxes a lot of the time. People will say how shocking my Geek Box service is, they'll say how awful it is, how badly posted it is, how things turned up broken. Very rarely do you get a post going, this was a great box and nothing in it was broken and it was delivered on time and handed to me by a driver with a smile. they'll just say, I really love this month's box.
But people will have experiences like that, but people never ever want to, hardly ever want to give good feedback for good service. I worked in retail for over 5 years, and I tell you what, if somebody had a problem, you heard about it. But once in a blue moon, the manager will come up to you and go, oh, that customer's just said you're absolutely brilliant, really well done.
Yeah, so we give My Geek Box a 7 for service because we've not had any problems with them. Going forward into this month, a little bit into August, we don't seem to have had any information about it being posted, which we'd normally have gotten last week. We'd have had a tracking email by now, usually. I am slightly concerned, but that will go into next month's score. I just wanted to bring that into this because we're recording it at the time when it's on my mind. But let's travel onwards towards Loot Crate, another of the great boxes we got this month. Value, again, same as Nerd Block, it scored an 8. It was a pretty high 8 as I remember doing it.
Yeah.
2 2/3 times the amount of value we paid for it. A lot of the stuff in there was expensive. Part of the reason it got such a high value score is because it actually contained half of a full book. The League of Regrettable Superheroes is half of the one you buy on Amazon. But I try and rate it as if you were going to go and buy the items RRP. So you can't go and buy half a book.
No.
I can't price half of a book. So I priced the full book in because if you wanted to get everything that was in this box, you'd have needed to buy the whole book, let's be honest. So that's why it's got such a high score. I've also priced the poster, the DC Bombshells poster, based on what you would have to buy a similar one from the artist for. Disagree with me if you may, but if you wanted to buy the same print, you can't. It's exclusive, apparently. But there are other ones of the same size, and they're all the same at that price. What did we think of the Loot Crate this month?
What do we think of Loot Crate? I'm on the fence, really. I really want to give it an 8. I really want to say it's as good as a Nerd Block, but it gets a 7 simply because of one item.
Ah, yes. Live long and vanilla scent my car not.
We don't need an air freshener.
No, please stop delivering air fresheners, Loot Crate. There have been several. We got one from Loz. It was an Avengers air freshener.
Which is much better because it's much more tasteful.
Yeah. Stop giving air fresheners. Nobody. If I want my car to smell of something, I will go and purchase it. I don't need you to give me something to scent my car with.
And why does it always have to be vanilla? Some of us can't have it. If I have any vanilla, I am out. I am gone. Good night.
In other items, we really like the DC Bombshells poster. We love these pieces of artwork. We've looked at buying the full-size ones several times. We've even looked at buying the figures. They're a bit out of our price range at the moment. So that's a pretty awesome item. We got the League of Regrettable Superheroes.
Yeah, I really enjoyed that. And Ashens did a review, and we went to con literally like the day after we saw his video. And I took it with me and got him to sign it, and he was like, wow, you actually have this. So we have a lovely, lovely signed copy where he's written, where is the rest of this book?
Yeah, I'll just grab it.
Watch me, Furby.
Yeah, he's actually written in the front.
Where is
the rest of this book?
We agree with you.
We do agree. It's half a book.
Good book, then.
Yeah, I'm sure the full book is a lot better than the half book. But it's a decent book. It's nice quality.
Video game code. Not really looked at that yet.
Yeah.
Got Minecraft for the Mac the other day, so I've been doing that. Batman Stabber.
Yeah, the Batman multi-tool. Considering that it's supposed to be one of its functions as a keyring, it's like this big. I am not putting that in my pocket. You'd be lucky for me to put that in a bag, really. It's the kind of size you put in a drawer. It's bigger than most screwdrivers, in fact.
And a lot sharper.
Really did like the Q-Pop figure. Never seen them before.
No.
I'm not sure if they're a new item, but we really like that figure. It's kind of cute.
You like it more than I do.
Yeah.
It's novel. I think it's
quite cute. It's a little bit of a hint towards the Nederoid figures, which I do like, but we don't have any. The Zelda armband, is an armband with the sort of Zelda Link logo on it. Not something I would ever use.
Magazine, it's alright. Could do without it. Do enjoy the box though. That's one of the things Loot Crate has that none of the others do, is you get to play with the box. I love boxes.
When we originally started looking at things to buy, we thought, well, the box is a bit expensive, really. It's going to detract from the value of the items in the box. They have to print a specialised box every month and design it. And it's a nice thing. I don't think I'd ever really keep it. I don't think it's fantastic. It adds to the theme. That's what it does. So we gave it the Loot Crate a 7 this month for our awesomeness score. For content, we gave it an 8.
Yeah.
Simply because it does actually contain everything that's officially branded merchandise. There's nothing, not a single item in there that isn't official merchandise, and that is quality.
I mean, the Nerd Block was the same, but just the kind of level of stuff you got in this, the book, for example.
Yeah.
Nerd Block have done books in the past, but not a really nice hardback like that. The Batman Stabber, again, official. Bombshells poster, we love that.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can't moan, really.
The Bombshells posters are not cheap. They run about 25 to 30 quid framed in Forbidden Planet. You can buy them on Amazon now for, I think, £8 or £9, but they are on sale. They're usually about 20 quid. So they are good quality items.
Oh, yeah.
Loot Crate, when on terms of service, when I signed up, we got the Groupon voucher. And I had problems putting the voucher in. And their live chat service is great. Got straight on there. Within 2 minutes, I was talking to somebody who said, right, we know what's going on. Just give me 5 minutes. I'll send you an email and you'll be fine. Within 5 minutes, they'd replied with an email, told me to how to set the activation code up, and that they'd sorted everything else out on their end. Done. Signed up. No problems. Tracking email turned up. Tracked it. 2-hour door, albeit a little bit late. The tracking was about 2 days behind the actual arrival. By the time it hit the UK, I think it got lost in their tracking system. That I would have given them an 8 if the tracking had been better.
Yeah.
But they got a good 7. They give a decent service. They are top of the tree on customer service as far as I can see. All their features are exactly what I'd expect from a decent company. Moving on to One Up Box. Here we kind of fall down. They got a 6 for value.
It was their first ever box to the UK. We'd seen some of their boxes in the past. We'd seen boxes turn up this big. Hopes were high, and then we got that.
Yeah.
We
got... Yeah. It's rather telling that we haven't unpacked this and put stuff where it lives, because we're normally pretty neat like that.
I'm just going to say this now. We haven't unpacked anything and put anything out because we were trying to figure out how to do this video. So it's not One Up Box. It's just us being lazy gats and not knowing what we're doing.
Well, I'm not sure even if we hadn't, I would have unpacked
I've
that
already
box.
ran off with the Batman glasses for the car.
That's true.
I
You
ran
do
off
like
with
the
those the
Batman
first
glasses.
They're great.
Mm.
And if people are driving past you being an arse on the road, just look at them like, I'm Batman. I'm not, but I can.
Or Batgirl.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, they got a 6 for value. They provided a cheap fridge magnet. A weird pencil topper that I'm not sure anybody would ever use. A strange figure of the Green Lantern, which winds up that I don't think is worth anything, and actually isn't. It's worth, well, you can watch the other videos to find out what the RRP of all these items are. They were rescued by the T-shirt. The T-shirt is a difficult thing to try and price. That kind of Super Mario Power Rangers, when I get my tongue around it, mashup is a difficult thing to price. I ended up pricing it as an official Power Rangers T-shirt, and those aren't cheap. The print's good quality. The T-shirt is a similar quality to the My Geek Box T-shirt, a little bit coarse.
The only thing I'll say is, again, a grey T-shirt. Not the most flattering colour, not my favourite colour, but again, if it had been maybe on a white T-shirt or something else, it'd have been awesome. But just the fact it was grey really took away from it for me.
Yeah, just flicking back to my geek box, I saw some other people's boxes and they had the same design on a black shirt and on a white shirt, and I'm not sure what's going on with that, if it's different sizes or different colours, or if it's just that they went, right, we'll have 50 white, 50 black, 50 grey. If anybody can tell me what size they got and what colour they got in the comments, then maybe we can try and work out exactly what's going on with that, because I would have preferred it in white. I quite like white t-shirts, but I don't have that many. And it would have been a nicer, more striking design on a white print. So yeah, back to One Up Box. They got 6 for value. They were rescued by their t-shirt, really. They were desperately close to a 4 without it. For awesomeness, I think we both agree they got a 5.
Pencil top is cute. The glasses you're winning with, again, you'd have got a better mark if the t-shirt had been any colour other than grey. So yeah, 5 for that.
The design's nice in the t-shirt.
Yeah, it is good. It is good. It just...
It's the thing is that it was a box that was like the Batman glasses, maybe the wind-up figure if that's your thing, and the t-shirt, and then it's filler. The box is essentially filler.
Yeah.
Real shame. I've been really looking forward to One Up Box getting to the UK. I looked into getting somebody from the States to send one over to us, but it was a bit expensive, just so we could see what one was like. So for our first one, we were let down. But we've got it coming this month, and we'll see what we get.
Yeah, we're hoping it's just like first tentative steps, and this month we're really hoping them to step up to the mark and be with everyone else, because they've got some serious competition.
Yeah, and from what I understand, they're kind of a splinter group of staff from Loot Crate, so they should have that kind of Loot Crate core in what they do, really. But they are one of the more value-end boxes in the States, so it's 50-50, really, what you're going to get. For content, we gave them a 4. It's a fairly generous 4, to be honest. The quality of the content is poor. There's only really the glasses, which were an official item. The Justice League wind-up is a bit of a nonsense figure.
It's a bit of a wind-up, really.
Yeah, it is a bit of a wind-up. The Princess Leia 007 mashup magnet, I don't really understand where they came from with that mashup. Please watch the other video, and I'll go into more detail about what I think they should have done.
Let's be honest. This would be a decent box if you were giving it to somebody's kid.
Yeah.
You didn't know them, you didn't know what kind of thing they like. All you've been told is Timmy likes superheroes, and you go, okay, I'll get one of these, and Timmy would probably love it.
The thing is that the same price, almost, in fact it is an identical price, you get Loot Crate. This month we paid $21.50 for One Up Box. Loot Crate's £20 a month. You'd actually probably be better off buying a Loot Crate. So the content, we gave them a 4. The website's alright. Not had any problems with their service. They delivered tracking information on time. So for service, we gave them a 6. Same as Nerd Block. Never really had any major issues with them. This is our first box, so I don't like to give middle of the road scores on a 5 or a 4, so we gave them a 6.
Yeah, you have to excuse me yawning. It's quite warm in here, and I'm quite tired. I've been ill all weekend, so I'm needing my bed.
Should we bounce on over to Arcade Block?
Let's move on to this month's big boy.
Yeah. Arcade Block this month really did deliver the value. It was pushed along by the fact that it contained 2 t-shirts and a pop vinyl and a CD that was surprisingly expensive to find a similar one. I have not seen an independently produced CD for that kind of money for a long time. It delivered a 9. It delivered 3 times what it was worth.
Yeah.
It's the blockbuster box of this month. Obviously our winner for value. Hands down. It's better than all the rest for that score. But for awesomeness...
unfortunately it kind of fell down on awesomeness for us. Don't get me wrong, love the coasters. The double t-shirts was great, but you already owned one of them. Again, watch the video.
Not a problem.
Yeah. Sonic the Hedgehog comic, which was okay. The problems kind of started with this. Now, normally we love a good Funko Pop, as you all know. The only problem being is we don't really collect the Evolve Pops. I mean, we've got one, which is the glow-in-the-dark Goliath, but that's because we have a thing for glow-in-the-dark Pops. Just do love glow-in-the-dark stuff. So, yeah, I mean, he's a great pop, just not our thing, so we were kind of disappointed.
Yeah, I would have preferred a Fallout Pop. It's just not our thing.
Or even Borderlands, something else.
Yeah, and all they gave was Evolve Pops. They are essentially the bargain basement pops of the game pops as well. When you go into Forbidden Planet, you can see them for £4 and £5 on the reduced shelf quite regularly. So they were probably back of the basement, cheap items. Although I did price it for value on the RRP because...
Not necessarily. It just really did let us down just because it's not our thing. And again, this is about our opinion, so...
Yeah.
Sadly, this little guy... I mean, I'm tempted to put him with Goliath, but...
It's that guy. And, excuse me a second.
Oh, God.
It's this thing. This we were quite looking forward to when we got the email, thinking, yeah, some really interesting sort of coin-op music, sort of hark back to retro gaming. It is not. It is probably some of the worst music that I've listened to. I have yet to listen to a whole track because I can't get through them. It's a mixture of kind of 8-bit game music with Exhibit or Snoop Dogg or Dr. Dre kind of rap. Like, it's just, why? Why would you make this music? I'm sure somebody loves it. Please tell me if you love it in the comments. If you would love to buy this CD from me, please do. I will then erase it from my computer. If you're interested, I put some 10 seconds of one of the tracks in the arcade block video. I'll link it here for you so you can easily get to the video. And I'll even try and sync it up so that you can get to the point where you can hear the music, because it is truly dreadful.
Yeah, was really looking forward to this. I love a good CD. Love the old stuff. The other day I was trying to find Chucky Egg from the Spectrum to play on my phone. Didn't work. Did find it on the computer though, so I was happy. And yeah, if you've ever heard the sound from a Spectrum, you know it can be quite jarring. But it was like smooth jazz compared to this. It really was. I mean, some great title tracks like Shawarma, but I was really disappointed.
Yeah.
I really wanted a good CD. I mean, it's like opposites month like this. Really looking forward to this. It's pants. We won tickets to a pre-screening of Pixels and we thought, oh, it's an Adam Sandler film, it's going to be alright at best. It was great. Yeah. I loved it. It was a great hour or so of like film. Not a great film, just really good to sit there and watch. You can really get into it.
Yeah.
And the soundtrack for that, much better than this.
Yeah. Without going into a review of the film, Adam Sandler's on fine form. If you haven't seen it, go and see it.
It's a gem.
We didn't get to see it in 3D. I am convinced it would be 100 times better in 3D. It's full of what looks like 3D puns that we missed. So yeah, go and see Pixels. But do not buy this CD unless you happen to love nerdcore music, in which case, please buy it from me.
I love you, Peter Dinklage.
Yeah.
You're great in that film.
So, it got a 5 for awesomeness. No, it got a 6 for awesomeness, sorry. Let down mostly because of the pop and the CD.
Yeah.
I love the t-shirts. The retro game coasters were great. The comic is alright. The artwork's a little bit childish, maybe. I thought it was more like the kind of, am I thinking the early Sonic cartoon rather than the mid-90s cartoon?
You're thinking of the 80s version where he was voiced by Urkel.
Yeah, it was a bit more like that than what I wanted, which was more like the 90s Sonic cartoon where he's kind of cool and snappy and not so much about chili dogs. But, being completely impartial, rating it on content, it's got to get a 9.
Yeah.
CDs are great. Everybody loves music.
Funko Pop, double t-shirts, excellent retro coasters, and a comic. Oh, and we forgot the little Om-Nom rope things. Sorry, we can't really see them.
Even the little tiny filler item, which was the little Om-Nom squidgy character things, was a really good filler item. Normally we don't like the filler stuff, but we love Om-Nom and it's a great game. And
yeah.
So yeah, everything in there was a really good box. So it's got a top score of 9 for content. Clearly our winner on the quality of what was in the box, even though we didn't really like the box itself that much.
Yeah, moving on to service, Arcade Block and Nerd Block are the same company, so we have to give them the same score because they don't differentiate from the two.
No.
It's just all the same customer service. So again, it's a 6 for service.
Yeah. So overall, where are we? We've got. I have to say it. The clear winner, hands down, this month has been Arcade Block. It's delivered for value, and the content in it was great quality.
So here's the important question for us two, the rest of you out there. I'm like, you're just wrong. I hate you. Leave it in the comments. It's fine. What was your favourite box? What was your favourite total mail call of the month?
That's really difficult. I am completely split between Arcade Block, Loot Crate, and my Geek Box. Not my Geek Box, Nerd Block. Definitely not my Geek Box with that T-shirt.
He's offended.
Yeah. At the end of the day, unfortunately, I'm gonna have to give it to Arcade Block for me, simply because of the second T-shirt they delivered, which I love so much. Having already got one,
Look at that.
it's my favourite T-shirt that I own. I wear it all the time, and to have a second one, that never happens. How often do you go into a shop and you buy something and it becomes your favourite pair of jeans, and a year later you go back and they don't make it anymore?
Am I the only person who just goes in and buys like 2 of the same T-shirt?
Yeah, I've started doing that, but in the past you go back and think, oh, these jeans are a bit worn, I'd like a new pair. No, we don't make those anymore. But apparently Nerd Block do, and they did, and they printed my favourite shirt and delivered it to me. So thank you, Arcade Block and the Nerd Block team, for delivering my favourite T-shirt back to me. So what was your favourite box of the month?
We're going to completely rule out one-up box. My Geek Box was good, Davros, but no. We're going to kick out Arcade Block as well. Love the Coasters comic. But it is between... Now, this is interesting because I really wasn't looking forward to Loot Crate. Loot Crate was the one where I was a bit like, meh.
Yeah.
So it is between the Nerd Block and the Loot Crate. Now, I'm going to say this and I'm going to look back and I will hate myself, but I actually have to give it to Loot Crate. I am a huge Nerd Block fan. Love them. But yeah, Loot Crate really delivered. The bombshells, the Batman stabber, the book. The book is what really does it for me. I love the bombshells. The figure is really good as well. I mean, when we opened it, I couldn't quite believe how much stuff there was in there.
Yeah.
I really like the box. We're ignoring the air freshener. The wristband's okay. Probably throw that into a steampunk cosplay, actually. That'd probably go. But yeah, just I love the Titan vinyl and everything else in Nerd Block, but Loot Crate really, really did deliver on their promise of hardback book and official merchandise. I mean, any other block, I'd have expected everything you got without the Q-Pop, but the fact that there's the Q-Pop and everything else has to be Loot Crate. I'm sorry, Nerd Block. I'm sorry. It's good between us while it lasted.
However, they did, between us, rate an awesomeness score of 7. So that means our combined winning block this month is neither of our favourites. It's the Nerd Block. We just... I don't know why that panned out that way. It just did. When we got it, we just thought it was great. And we rated all of these as we got them on our initial impressions. So, you know, we tried to be fair, and on opening the box, say, after the video, this is what we thought. And we've stuck by it. Even though we've both later on decided that our favourite boxes were not the Nerd Block, we still think it had the most awesome content.
It had the most pizzazz!
Yeah, it did. And the main thing that delivered that was the little Iron Man Funko Pop keychain for us.
And the Titan vinyl of Spike had a Kiss the Librarian mug.
Yeah.
You'd forgotten
that's pretty cool. And the Ghostbusters wallet, because I really, really needed a new wallet. My wallet was falling apart, and they delivered something I desperately needed.
You spent months complaining for me to replace your wallet.
Yeah, I can never find a wallet that I like.
And then it turned out, I was like, there you go.
It's a proper man problem, that. Women can't find bags they want. Men, wallets. Wallets are a difficult one.
Bag we like over there.
Yeah, I meant handbag, not shoulder bag. Like, you know, little handbag thing. I know you don't use them.
Oh,
but
the ones you see men stood holding in the shopping
Yeah, yeah.
centre like that, really awkward. And you're just like, son,
yeah,
either sling it over your shoulder, put
Or
it down.
put it down and sit in the man seat.
No, that's my seat. You go near that seat, I'll cut you.
In terms of service, the best box this month was Loot Crate. It got the same score as my Geek box because
Ow.
they were very close, but Loot Crate just edges ahead with its live chat
Yeah.
service and the speed of response I got from them. It was like,
The fact you don't have to wait for a response is pretty good. I mean, the other month we had to email my Geek box asking for a tracking code. A lot of people said it was the norm. Yeah, and I waited a few hours for them to come back to me on Facebook, but Luke created hello, and somebody said hello.
yeah, within under 10 minutes, my query was solved, my problem was gone, and I'd ordered and set up, and no problems from them from then onwards. They are a truly professional service, as you'd expect from the elder statesman of the subscription box world. So that pretty much sums up our video this month.
Yes, we're off back to the wastelands of boxes.
Yeah, the hands down winner was Arcade Block. Winner for content, winner for value.
Yep.
And once again, our favourite was Nerd Block. We've already said it, but it's the first box we subscribed to. It consistently has delivered our favourite items. Yeah, you really do love that key.
I do.
We've got coming up this month. Should we go through the boxes or should we split it into another video? Because there are many.
Okay, we've got all the boxes above.
Yes.
We have from Collectible Geek, because it's my birthday, the Super Hulock I Want Everything Cash.
I want it all cash.
That one.
Um,
I want everything anyway, so it's fine.
and we have Horror Block coming
Yes.
as well. And we have Marvel Collector Core,
Oh, yes.
the Secret Wars box with the long-awaited Lady
Lady
Thor
Thor.
pop, which we're pretty confident of considering the trailers.
Oh, Thor could be with Lady Thor.
Yeah,
That'd be so nice.
and hopefully our Iron Man Mark 43 from Pop in a Box will turn up. We also have Pop in a Box,
Oh, yeah.
and
I
because
want my metallic BMO.
we do want our metallic BMO, please, thank you.
LSP is lonely.
These are returns that haven't come back to us.
Yeah.
We also have because we ordered Horror Block and they were doing a special offer, we have the Welcome Block from Loot Crate coming as well.
So, yeah, that will, in theory, be the next one up.
Mm-hmm.
We hope.
Yeah. So that's it from us for our
Yep.
comparison video.
Thank you for sticking with us for this sheer amount of time. If
Yeah.
you are here, you are a trooper.
Yeah.
We salute you.
I will sum up the scores we gave to all the boxes at the end because I like to sum things up at the end of the video.
And we like tables. They're good.
Yeah, and I like to play the mission accomplished music. Dario, what's his name?
Dario Russo.
I knew it was Dario Russo. Gave us permission to use his music for our videos free of charge, so I like to stick it in every video. Please go
Yeah.
and find him, tell him how awesome he is for allowing us to use his great music from Danger 5.
And if you've not seen Danger 5, my
Go and see
God,
Danger
go and
5.
watch it.
Yes, it's great. We love Danger 5.
I will just say, don't say anything else, don't spoil it. Sexy bitch mode activated, and you will know you're onto a winner right there.
Yeah. So that's it from us for our Vax video and total mail call roundup for the month.
Yep,
And we will see you next time for the Nerd Block Welcome Block.
yep. Toodaloo.
Bye bye.